Hello, my darling, wonderful people. You're welcome back to my channel. Thank you all for always tuning in to listen. Guys, this is your girl, Boyos Network. Okay, guys, right now, Edo State Governor, in people don't they call him out. So we know say this is new law with cultism, kidnapping and all of that. Then say it's okay that they like him. Say, but if you know, say really he want to fight against kidnappers and cultism matter, that first of all, it should start from his cabinet. Then they say in deputy governor, make a question am. Another one, there is this video, guys, you will be really shocked. When I saw the video, I was shocked myself. One of his main personal person, guys, na Tony Kabaka. He accepted on BBC interview say in na cultist. In fact, inside the video, I will drop the video for you guys to watch. Inside the video, he was the one doing the explanation and everything. I was shocked. So what his people are saying now is that if you want to fight cultism, nobody is saying that you should not fight cultism. But first of all, make sure your cabinet, those guys are clean. And really, you no go talk say you dey pursue rats. Meanwhile, rats dey inside your house. You go bush, go dey burn the one on the outside, and you get rat for house. It's not possible now. So now this one make people dey talk say this one, say one use and take winch hunt those people wey be say they are in opposition party. Yes, because this hotel now when e don demolish, they say the guy na PDP member. In fact, let me just drop the reaction so that you guys will watch. You understand what I am talking about. So please feel free to drop your honest opinion with us in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I beg, subscription na for free. Now just for you to be getting updates as we are dropping our news sharply. So see you guys later.
The question I want to ask the governor, Monday Okpebholo, and Dennis Idausa and other people for the government, who be Aye number one for Edo? Who be Mafite number one for Edo State? I beg, before Okpebholo will go dey demolish homes and properties of opposition, I beg, whether the person a kidnapper or not be kidnapper or na armed robber, I beg, make una no go destroy innocent people homes because una wan proof point. All the e-losses and the so-called security gadgets we una buy, we don't know who una dash because we don't see e-loss for Benin. We don't see anything. Whether una return the vehicles to the supplier or where we go share and give the leaders for Abuja, and also in a leader's boy, we don't know. Now, the question I want to ask the governor, Monday Okpebholo, and Dennis Idausa and other people for the government, who be Aye number one for Edo? Mona give me the name. Freddy Twa, you sabi carry camera go to the Ekeme house. You will not know yourself. Freddy Twa, who be Aye number one for Benin? Question number 2. This one, Denko will fit answer this one. That first question, this second question for Denko. Denko, Honorable Dennis Idausa, Deputy Governor, who be Mafite number one for Edo State? Because Aye and Mafite now they fight so. Who be Mafite number one for Edo State? Edo, now see these two people when I call out so, Okpebholo and the government know them. Why not deceive us? Make them not deceive us. Who be Mafite number one for Edo? Una load cultists for inside government, but still no one stop cultism. No one stop court killings. And if no one go break my house, when I go break am, when I go break and say because somebody confess say na bad, I not demonstrate any secret society. These are nonsense. I go to very rugged higher institution, College of Education, Ekadolo, and Abusali University, Ekpoma. I not join court. You know why I not join court? Because I be leader. I love people. I love people. So I tell myself that I say, if I can't join this one now, I can't go. They want to find one to go kill the other one. I don't join court because I love people. I don't feel hurt people. Now, when you hurt me, he said, I will retaliate. You understand? Now, make I still give you this video gonna play. The current task enforcer to Okpebholo, to Board of Internal Revenue, where Okpebholo appoint Tony Kabaka. Tony Kabaka come on BBC channel, talk say in a cultist. He said Tony Kabaka is serving under Okpebholo. So if you want to break people's house, why you don't start from Tony Kabaka house? The mafia #1 and the Aye #1. I don't know your people. I don't know your people. When the veteran say that Okpebholo want to do this one, he want to go against kidnappers. I tell them I say the opposition, the ones that they go after. Now the Blowback hotel we want to share. So now beg with the beg go. If you catch real kidnapper, you fit do what you want to do. If you catch real people when they kill, you know what you will do. Because you not go after innocent people. Make una watch this video. I'm gonna watch the video where Kabaka take grant interview for BBC. Watch her.
One of the most famous members of the NBN in Nigerian politics is Tony Kabaka. Officially, is a youth leader for Nigeria's ruling party, the All Progressive Congress. But here on the streets, they call him the Godfather. They say he commands the loyalty and votes of thousands of men in Benin. He claims he provides protection.
If they call me if there's crisis, it won't take me seconds, I'll be with them. And that crisis will be resolved. They believe on me with that.
Kabaka has been a member of the New Black movement since he was a young man. He says he joined seeking protection from assassins.
We are looking for a way to assassinate us. What are we going to do? We don't have money to protect ourselves. We don't have money to take police. We not join the black, what they call Black House, New Black movement.
Law enforcement in Benin seemed beholden to Kabaka. As he walked handing out money, a policeman came to salute him. When he got too close, one of Kabaka's boys pushed him aside. Even the state vigilantes seemed loyal to him.
You can see our area is calm.
One of the vigilantes just shot my heart, literally jumped to my mouth, because you never know with Kabaka, you never know whether his detractors might be trying to get him.
No. This is my oath. This is my oath.
Kabaka's work in politics has made him rich. A street is named after him, and he lives in a multi-million naira mansion.
Come and bring this picture.
Inside, Kabaka was keen to show me how connected he is with the political elite.
This is a professor from now presently member House of Rep, Professor Julius Inyomiri. That is my governor, former governor, Edo State, Adams Ali Oshomole.
Governor Adams Oshomole recognized Kabaka's street popularity made him an asset. At one point, Kabaka commanded over 7,000 tax collectors, gathering billions in revenue for the governor.
Yeah, this place was built during the time of Adams Ali Oshomole, when I was a revenue collector. So Oshomole did it for me. I was nothing before. Come.
Politics has lifted Kabaka from cultist enforcer to multi-millionaire. In Nigeria, this is the dream for many young axemen.
Yeah, this is my bedroom. This is my bedroom. Yeah, my clothes. My t-shirt, my knicker. Nice Louis Vuitton.
Louis Vuitton shoes?
Yeah.
When was the last time you wore this?
I wore it during the time of campaign because it's good in rain.
But Kabaka's involvement in politics has made him enemies.
Oh my door are bulletproof. Like this one, you can feel it. The bulletproof. Very thick.
In 2020, Kabaka's political overlords were voted out of office and he fell out with the new governor. Unknown gunmen sprayed his house with AK-47 fire.
These are AK. You can come and see, go and look at the glass there. That's AK. You can see the point out there.
Soon after, the state government demolished his multi-million naira hotel. Kabaka claims it was an act of revenge by his political enemies. Kabaka feels betrayed by the politicians he once served. He is now willing to reveal their most guarded secret, that cultists are working in the very heart of government.
Cultism exists because government is involved. That's the truth. If you sat me down and say, can you identify people in Black House in government? I will identify. Most police, most politicians, most everybody is involved.
He confirmed that politicians use him and his cultist network as muscle during elections.
If government is wanting to seek for election, they need them. They need everybody. As I'm here and I can make a call, you see different colors. There was Zembo here now more than like before 1 hour. You see different here will be filled up. It's not everybody that will call them, they will answer. You understand?
Despite his ruthless reputation, Kabaka denied he's ever been involved in cult violence himself. He claims the NBM are trying to end the killings.
All we are is neo-black movement of Africa. We hate oppression, we fight against oppression, and we love unity. It does not mean you are a cult that you must be a killer.
He says the people with the power to stop the killings are the cultists in government.
Stakeholders, senior stakeholders there, they are cultists, like me. All we are saying is the people that can stop it is the same government. If really government wants to stop it.
Kabaka's allegations are backed up by secret Black Axe documents that have been leaked to the BBC.
This habit or attitude of demolition properties in Nigeria, for whatever reason, where did we also learn this style from? Because from my observations, from what I've studied so far, it is not a progressive act. It is not an attitude that will enable or encourages growth in any society. Yes, I know some people will say it is the government style of fighting crime in this part of the world. Is that really correct? It's happening nearly in all the states of Nigeria, even the federal government. No, I've not seen the federal government demolitions. It's the state governors. Nearly all the states now are doing it. You will say one building was used to commit crime, you go there, you pull down the building. How does that actually fight that crime? Are we not aware that in most of these cases that the actual owner of those properties are not even aware of what is happening in their property? Maybe most of them stays outside the country. And we know the agents that supervise our buildings, most of these agents are only interested in their percentage. So I'm trying to look at this whole scenario. Bringing down property, is it really a wise thing to do? Or should the government have a rethink and perhaps initiate another approach? Because the reason why I'm saying this is I've tried to make calls to my people in the civilized and Western world. I've done research. I can't see any other country, where buildings are being pulled down because somebody committed a crime inside the house. See, especially in the financial aspect, like we'll see EFCC before now, confiscate buildings that are pursuit of frauds. They don't demolish. They will just say forfeited to the federal government. The federal government can then use it to the betterment of the country or the ordinary poor people. We know how housing issue is in Nigeria. The government can do better. For instance, let's look into the one that happened in Edo State recently. I saw the government at the scene of demolition said that any property they have demolished has been taken over by the government and is going to be rebuilt for the good of the people. Sir, just take a look and just rethink into that statement. This statement was made by Edo State Governor, actually Senator Monday Okpebholo. He said we've taken over the premises where the buildings have been destroyed and we'll build something. He said they will build something for the public. You want to build something and you are destroying something. There was every need for the government to say, okay, this house has committed a crime, confiscate it. Why confiscating it? The real owner who stays abroad will still be given the opportunity to defend what has happened in that house. If at the end of the day they are complete ignorant of what their property is being used for, maybe for their negligence or whatever, they might be fined, punished, and they still let them have their buildings. Because we all know what the cost of one box of cement is now. Not to talk of somebody losing a building. Most times to a tenant you don't even know are guilty of such crime. There is one that touched me it touched me to the marrows of my brain, of my bone. This one I'm displaying up here. This duplex that is being demolished. The man from the interview, I know that this news has circulated. Most of you have already seen it. For those of you that have listened, does that man look guilty to the extent of losing his property because he gave birth to a bad son? This man reported the act committed by his son to the police that brought police to the house. It's not as if the man was a party to the crime. Neither was he aware, or neither does he try to cover it. I mean the video I'm displaying now. A duplex being demolished because the man's arrogant and irresponsible son committed a crime. Now this same suspect is said to have been arrested in Lagos, waiting extradition back to Benin to face judgment. Why demolishing the father's house? When the father is not a party of it, you have the victim. Why demolishing the house? Let us assume the father might be want to be punished for not being able to raise his child very well. But from the man, he said he has 5 children. Only that one turned out to be something else, which we all know is normal. It happens in various families. Why being inhuman? I don't support things like this. Now look at the other one I'm displaying now. This other building belongs to a woman who lives abroad. This happened in somewhere around Benin Sapele Road, Benin City, Edo State. From after the demolition, I saw a letter written by the woman. She said she lived abroad and that she rented her apartment out to a married couple 1 year before she left the country. And that she never knew that the person they rented it to have subletted it to another who have not chosen to use it for crime. Now, even the crime that building was used for, sir, I'm addressing the state governor now, Senator Okpebholo. From every information that we've gathered, and that you may have also be aware, that place was used for HK, as they call it, a fraud. It was a fraud house, not the kidnapping den as it's being pronounced now. Yes, I agreed that there are some persons inside that HK who may want to go and they have been denied that freedom. Now, that is a financial crime that I don't think should have led to bringing down the building. My humble opinion, please. My humble opinion. I don't think that was enough to have brought down a building belonging to another person who have no knowledge of what the building was being used for. Now you brought down that building for the sake of another. The funniest of all, the funniest part of it is that the said perpetrator of the crime in that bungalow that was demolished in Owerri was not apprehended. He already left the house as at the time the military men invaded that property. Only his alleged victims were arrested, who is said to have been handed over to the EFCC for prosecution. Then, of what offense is the building? Because I'm saying this because if we try to continuously pull down, if we're continuously pulling down buildings like this, before you know, we'll have an empty spaces in our society. If you say somebody committed a crime in a particular house, you are pulling down the house without addressing the crime, without going after the criminal to treat them appropriately. That criminal will definitely take shelter in another house, perhaps commit that crime there in that house, and the government go there to demolish that house without still catching that criminal. Before you know, you must have demolished a city. Is this really the right way to go? I think the government should focus on the criminals, not the property. If you want to punish the property's owner, fine. And demolishing a house, to me, would be best if the owner of the house is also involved in the crime. I think that one will not be questioned. That would be massively support, even though we will still not say demolish, because demolition is an act of wasting. Confiscate the house, government seize them, use it for a public asset. Fine. Let those people that have not been able to afford houses benefit from it, from the government. Demolition to me is never in the equation, because they are beginning to use this demolition now. They are going to involve it in politics. Before you know, when you offend somebody in the government, they will just arrest one tout in the area, take him to the police station, and the tout will implicate you through a confession. And the next thing you see caterpillar in your house. And there's nothing you can do about it. Because for those that will not support me on this, it's a matter of time, It's a matter of time. Obaseki started this demolition in Edo. Now, Okpebholo is doing it, and so many people think it's revenge. And when Okpebholo leave, another person will come and begin to demolish out of the APC that are in power now. Before you know it will get to us, or it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. We shouldn't let this thing grow. The government will have everything. People need to advise the state government, not only in Edo, across the nation. Demolishing properties shouldn't be the way. In a country that is still struggling to grow and develop, you are demolishing. Economically, this is not wise. It isn't wise. You can confiscate. And in a society where there is law, the owners still have the right to a court. Say, I'm not aware. I'm not a party. And if the owner found not guilty, you can restate the house back to the owner. So, but when you demolish immediately, like the ones we've seen in Edo, they just mark today, tomorrow, the next day they are demolishing. That to me looks like jungle justice, which the government is also condemning. It's jungle justice now, without even giving the owner a time to defend himself. It doesn't make sense. So, my people, I want you to look into this. If you think it doesn't make sense, like I always say, you can throw away the messenger, but focus on the message.
You see, when you look at the most prayerful countries in the world, you get to see that there's something synonymous with them. One, extremism. religious extremism, which has resulted to a lot of unaliving. Secondly, underdevelopment. So, I then asked myself the question, why is it so? Because we believe prayer is the key, right? Prayer is the master key to all problems and happenings in life. So why are the prayers not working? Why are the prayers not working in Nigeria? So two things basically comes to my mind. It's either when we pray, we are invoking the god of Woto Woto, the god of Wahala. So in his answers to our problems, all we get is Wahala. Or we are possibly praying on things we are not supposed to be praying for. Yes, that is to say, there's something wrong with how we're praying, and our religious institute, how they have made us to believe what prayer is. In the same vein, let's look at prayer now. What do we define prayer as? Prayer is the solemn request, Abi, for help, assistance, or supplication, thanksgiving to a god or deity. So, in most cases, you'll quite agree with me. What we pray mostly, most especially in Nigeria for, are things that God has already given us the capacity, the ability to do that. Like, for example, if you have a leg, do you pray to God to give you a leg? If you already have an arm, do you pray to God to give you that? If you have a brain that is used for thinking, do you pray to God to give you a brain or the ability to think objectively? So I think that is why we're missing. And when it comes to our prayers, most especially, what I keep saying is we are either casting and binding demons that nobody has ever seen, village people that we have constructed in our minds. That is what we always cast and bind. Or we pray for things within our reach that God has given us the ability. Let's take an instance with good leadership. In so many instances, we have prayed for good leadership. But let's face it, are you supposed to pray for good leadership, or you ensure and put a good leadership in place? I'm saying this in regards a lot of clerics that have come out to say, declared 100-day fasting and praying. A lot of other people will finish 30 days and whatever, and it's expected that during that 30 days the demon is tied, and after that again they release the demon to come and start tormenting. Do you get my point? Other people declare dry fasting for 100 days, Abi. But the response we keep getting back at the end of the day is Woto Woto. More problem to the existing problem. Right? So I think we need to look at this. What are the things an individual is supposed to pray for? And what are those things that you don't need to pray for, that you have the ability to change? One of our major problems I discover in Nigeria is the fact that we're yet to come to terms, we're yet to agree that there's actually a problem. There's actually bad leadership and a lot of issues. Why do I say we're yet to agree? Because when you see what is bad, if it's not from your region, it's bad. If it's not from your tribe, it's bad. If it's not from your own religion, it's bad. But if it's from your religion, tribe, region, there's nothing wrong with that. And till we get rid of that, seriously, we're not going anywhere. So what I just want to ask this morning is, how do you pray? How do you pray? And what do you pray about? Do you pray about things that you have the ability to change? Or do you pray and give thanksgiving to God and on things that you know are beyond your reach? Think again. Thank you.